From the NMSU Department of Journalism and Media Studies in collaboration with KRWG, this is the student-produced News 22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Diego Gallegos.
And I'm Heba Hamedi. A couple of cities in New Mexico are working to make the city safer and more appealing.
That's right. First, Silver City wants to keep people safe when they're walking on their sidewalks. The sidewalks in Silver City are quite a bit higher than most sidewalks. They were built that way because of flooding. Since they are so high, it's difficult to get out of the way if someone is riding a skateboard or a bicycle. So the City Council is working on an ordinance that would outlaw all wheeled vehicles on the sidewalks. They expect a final vote on the ordinance in January. And here in Las Cruces, the city is getting used to an ordinance intended to curtail the use of shopping carts.
That's right, Diego. Unhoused people use the carts to transport all their worldly goods. So the city passed an ordinance to address the theft of shopping carts. News 22 Carpio Grigo has more on the story.
I don't know. Did you want some more?
Las Cruces resident Renee Nicholas's house burned down 5 years ago. And since then, she's been living on the streets.
You guys ran over her lunch and everything.
During this time, she's used shopping carts to move her belongings. But now, she's worried about getting a fine.
I think it's kind of difficult, unless they're helping us move around. That's the only way we have, capability to move around and move our stuff from, because they're always asking us to move spots. So we have to just have something to take our stuff in, and it's hard if we don't have the carts. So.
How much? That's right, shopping carts. We've all used them while shopping and loading up the car, but many have gone missing in recent years. A big financial loss for stores. Renee says the carts are a necessity for survival, preferring the ones that are more worn down.
We would never really just take ones that are being used or we try to get the ones that are a little beat up and beat down so that way we're not really coming into content or fear. We're working with the business or whatever, so we wouldn't interfere with their business.
In October, the city of Las Cruces passed new ordinances that targets shopping cart theft. A fine of up to $500 for those caught with carts. Those responsible could also face 6 months of jail time or alternative sentencing such as community service, substance abuse counseling, or mental health treatment.
We really don't have money. We don't really have what it takes to live life, so we don't really have what it takes to give a $500 fine,
And even though having one of these carts could now result in a stiff fine or even a one-way ticket to some jail time, there are still at least a couple places in Las Cruces with a sympathetic ear and a willingness to help those that need it the most. City Councilor Becky Corrin voted against the ordinances, one of 3 who did. She did it because she believes there are better ways to help the homeless, but also because the issue hits home.
I became homeless while I was in college, and it was really only the care of others that kept me from an extended period of living on the streets.
She voted the way she did because she believes the long-term welfare of those caught in the web of these ordinances is what matters most.
Folks get stuck with all of their things in a shopping cart, and then they get a ticket or have to go to court because of that. That decreases their ability to get a house later.
But as the ordinances become the new normal, Councilor Corrin has a message to those that simply want the homeless out of sight and out of mind.
I urge them to stretch their empathy muscle and think about the possibility that person on the street could be, if not you, your brother or sister in any situation.
And for Renee and friends, it's just another obstacle for their everyday life. Carpio Grigo, News 22.
Some great reporting there from Carpio. But Diego, that weather has been chilling down, hasn't it?
That's right, Heba. With Christmas right around the corner, I'm super excited. How about you?
Absolutely, me too. Jackie, what can you tell us about weather?
Yes, so let's take a look at our current conditions. So as you can see, the skies are clear. The temperature is 65. The winds are blowing west-southwest at 2 miles per hour. The humidity is at 37%. Our dew point is at 39 and our barometer at 30.13. And so our high today was at 67 degrees, so a little hotter this evening. Our low was 38, leaving our average at 63. In 2007, the record high was at 68.5 degrees, and in 2009, the low was at 14.9 degrees. We had no rain today, leaving our yearly rate at 5.39. Back to the desk.
Stay tuned. Jacqueline will be back with your national weather forecast.
But first, one place is helping kids stay warm this winter. More on that when News 22 continues.
If your watercolor came to an auction, it would probably sell for between $1,000 and $1,500.
Whoa.
Yeah. Not bad for $2.
Now that's money well spent. Your investment in this PBS station brings Antiques Roadshow into your home each week. Call, text, or go online to give now.
I think I'm gonna be rich.
I am so excited about the upcoming season of Healthy Minds. We are covering a variety of issues, all of which are important, including youth mental health, developing new treatments that can help with prevention, as well as treat people who have an illness. We're going to look at the issue of homelessness. We're covering so much that's so important to people today.
Sunday at 2:30 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching News 22 Wednesday,
where news matters. Now that the weather is getting colder, we're pulling out those sweaters and coats to stay warm. But can you imagine not having a coat? Some people don't. So there's an organization that helps them get one. Jacqueline Ruiz reports on the Coats for Kids.
Here, let's try this on.
Every year we need a warm coat.
Say hi, say hi, say hi.
These kids run around outside during a cold winter day trying to stay warm, but what if they don't have a coat? Yahara Jimenez, the program director for Coats for Kids, says there's always the need, and she does this every year because...
And I love helping people. I mean, my heart is with helping the community.
And the community needs help. Statistics show 23.5% of kids in New Mexico live below the poverty level, and a warm coat is just one thing they need.
Oh, yes, sir.
This year, Coats for Kids registered 3,000 kids in need for a jacket, and social workers go out to hand out these jackets individually to each kid.
Look, I have a new jacket for you. Let's go try it.
Receiving these jackets leaves these preschoolers with a big smile on their face, and that's why they do it.
Do you like your jacket? Yeah, can I see it?
For years in the future, Yahara hopes to see
Probably that if we could have more donations coming in, we could continue helping more kids. The more donations that we get, the more kids will be getting a coat.
This is how she and the Community Action Agency helps give back to the community.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome.
Jacqueline Reese, News 22.
And Jacqueline is next with our national weather forecast.
Let's take a look at these photos a little bit more. But if you look right here, we see our national weather forecast. So if you can see over here in Seattle, they're looking at 72 degrees. And if you look down here in Phoenix, 76. So they're still a little hot over there. Also in San Francisco at 63. Los Angeles is at 66, so it's still a little cool or warmer there. And then in Oklahoma City, you see 63 degrees. And if you look all the way over here in the Northeast, you can see at 39 degrees in Boston, and in Washington, it is 42 degrees. Taking a look at my next map, we can see the snow. So if you can see over here in the West, Midwest, and the Northeast, you're all seeing snow, but we're seeing a little bit of heavier snow over here in Washington, and also a little bit in Nevada and a little bit in California. You can also see there is also some heavier snow in Colorado. And over here in the Northeast, you can see Michigan is getting heavy snow in the upper parts of Michigan, and in the lower, we're looking at a little bit of lighter snow. No snow here in New Mexico yet, but I'll be back with your current temperatures.
Jay Schwanke's Life in Bloom returns for an all-new season on public television. Live a flower lifestyle and enhance your well-being with beautiful bouquets. Ideas for entertaining and crafting with flowers. There's even recipes and drinks with flowers. Join me and live the flower life every week on public television stations across the country.
Saturday at 2 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
Tokyo is a true gourmet wonderland. Markets are replete with the freshest produce, seafood, and ingredients, all sourced for the most discerning chef and palate. Discover the stories behind the culinary specialties that make this city so delicious. Watch Trails to Oishi Tokyo on NHK World Japan.
Thursday at 2 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
Welcome back, guys. Let's look at our local temps. So if you can see in Farmington, we're at 40 degrees right now. Santa Fe, we're at 72. Albuquerque at 50 degrees. Gallup, we're at 37. And if you look at Clovis, we're here at 45. Socorro, 48. Over here in Roswell, we're at 56. Ruidoso, 45, so it's really chilly over there. Las Cruces, we're at 55, and Deming, 55 as well. So tomorrow in Farmington, we're looking at 55 degrees. In Santa Fe, 53 degrees. Gallup, we're looking at 55. Albuquerque, 58. Socorro, 59. In Clovis, we're over here at 54. Ruidoso, 48. Roswell at 54 as well. Here in Las Cruces, we're at 62 degrees tomorrow. And at Deming, just 1 degree cooler, which is at 61. So in Alamogordo, the low is going to be 35 and the high tomorrow is at 60 with mostly cloudy skies. In Truth or Consequences, we're looking at a low of 35 tonight, so definitely a lot cooler, and the high tomorrow at 61 with mostly cloudy skies. And the low in Silver City is at 33 and the high tomorrow at 59. And here in the city of Cruces, we're looking at a low of 38 and tomorrow the high of 62 with partly sunny skies. Back to the desk.
Now, have a big time matchup for the Aggies tonight in the basketball game. Are you going to the game after the broadcast?
Absolutely, I would not miss it. Ben has sports. Ben, what can you tell us?
Well, thanks to you guys. Coming up in sports, the Aggies are going to return home after a less than sunny trip to Arizona. Don't go too far because News 22 Sports is next.
If you take a moment, you can see the world change.
Massive attacks using missiles and drones.
Stories that link all of us. Make sense of our lives. So we can move forward. Widening horizons.
Friday at 11:30 p.m. on KRWG-Public.
We're on the road again for another great season of the award-winning Weekends with Yankee.
As always, we'll serve up mouth-watering dishes from the region's best chefs.
Take you to fabulous locations off the beaten path.
And lead you on adventures you won't want to miss.
It's Weekends with Yankee,
the ultimate insider's guide to New England.
Saturday at 7:30 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
For the win! He got it!
Welcome back. I'm Ben Schlittler, and let's talk sports. Early signing day for college football is here, and a local football star decided to stay home and he'll suit up for the Aggies next year. Zayn Davis, the two-way player from Centennial High School, led them to their undefeated season, and he signed his letter of intent to play for the Aggies in 2025. Davis set multiple records while at Centennial, including the most total touchdowns in a season this last year. Other commits include wideout Broderick Malone, quarterback Jalen Patterson, and a 320-pound bulldozer of a lineman in Sam Garcia. Zaydin ranked number 4 in the state, but all the 3 prospects ahead of him went to La Cueva, and all of them signed with Power 4 schools. That's the most ever for the state of New Mexico. Now, the top player in the nation was quarterback Cam Dyer, who's going to play his college ball at Arizona State, and he showed signs of Jaden Daniels during his time with the Bears, even scoring 50 total touchdowns last year as he gets ready to head to Phoenix. Offensive lineman Mark Handy always was able to keep Dyer safe, and he'll row his boat all the way to the University of Minnesota. The do-it-all linebacker Mason Posa committed to the University of Wisconsin, but all 3 of them weren't enough to get past Cleveland in the title game. Now, moving on from football, the Aggies men's basketball squad comes back to the Pan Am with a lot of questions as they get ready for Abilene Christian. The Ags went 0-2 in the Arizona tip-off, and in both games they started off incredibly slow, and they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn from three-point range, only sinking a ghastly 24% from beyond the arc. Tonight at 7, Abilene Christian comes to the Pan Am, and if the Aggies want to get their year back on track, now's the time. And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow. Still ahead on News 22, Jacqueline will be back to take a look at your 5-day forecast.
My name is Robert Rayner.
Hey, I'm Debbie Rayner. We're really excited to be here.
And I love KRWG Media because of the music programming.
I support KRWG Media because it is such a diverse and honest show about all the different perspectives that there are.
Share your love for KRWG Public Media with a donation at krwg.org and email us your comment to feedback@nmsu.edu.
Who is this man they say is the life, the truth, in the way?
How did you fall into the music scene?
I just came out to the open mic hosted by Chris Baker. You do it every Monday at the Pecan Grill. I just knew that I wanted to do music and I knew I wanted to write, and I just figured if I didn't try, I would always regret it.
Was made to break my bow.
Welcome back. You're watching News 22, and let's take a look at our top stories.
Las Cruces is adjusting to the new shopping cart ordinance on how people say it's making life harder. Coats for Kids is keeping people warm this winter. They've already given away thousands of coats. Now let's take a look at our 5-day forecast.
So over here, if you can see, on Thursday, we're at partly sunny skies with a high of 62, low of 39. On Friday, we're looking at partly sunny skies as well, the high of 57, low of 38. That 57 is continuing on to Saturday with a low of 37, partly sunny skies. And on Sunday, we have mostly sunny skies, high of 67, low of 39. And on Monday, we're looking at a high of 62, low of 30.
And that's all for News 22 Wednesday. Thank you everyone for joining us here tonight.
Tune in tomorrow night for more news. I'm Diego Gallegos.
And I'm Heba Hamedi, and from the whole News 22 team, Diego, Jacqueline, Ben, and myself, have a great night.
This news brief en español is brought to you by Noticias 22. La información más completa de Nuevo México, El Paso y la frontera. Noticias 22.
Buenas tardes, yo soy Jade Mata Ornelas con las breves de hoy con Noticias 22. La Universidad Estatal de Nuevo México está listando para dar las bienvenidas al nuevo presidente de NMSU, Valerio Ferme. Ferme fue uno de 5 finalistas para el puesto de presidente de NMSU este año y está para comenzar en enero. Antes de venir para NMSU, Ferme fue vicepresidente ejecutivo de Asuntos Académicos y rector de la Universidad de Cincinnati, donde promovió el éxito de los estudiantes mediante numerosas inversiones en acceso y retención. La recepción de bienvenida para Ferme es mañana de las 4:30 hasta las 6:30 de la tarde en el Museo de Arte de la Universidad. NMSU está invitando a toda la comunidad para dar Ferme las bienvenidas. Través Nuevo México, ciudades están trabajando para hacerlas más seguras y atractivas. En Silver City quieren mantener a salvo a la gente cuando camina por las aceras. Las aceras de Silver City son más altas en comparación con otras ciudades. Se construyeron así debido a las inundaciones. Como son tan altas, es difícil apartarse si alguien va en patineta o en bicicleta. El ayuntamiento está trabajando en una ordenanza que prohíbe los vehículos de micromovilidad. La votación final de la ordenanza está prevista para enero. Eso fue todo por mi parte. Tengan una linda noche, pero no se les olviden seguirnos en las redes sociales de YouTube, Instagram y también regresar mañana para el último noticiero del semestre. Que tengan una linda noche.